Hi, I'm Dr. Josh Axe, Doctor of Natural Medicine and founder of draxe.com. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to consume the proper amount of calories and macronutrients. And I get that question a lot about, hey, how important are calories? How important are macronutrients? And even talking about things like the keto diet, paleo, vegan, and how that affects the amount of calories here as well. So let's go ahead and dive in. First thing you got to know is, it really depends, okay, when we're talking about calories. I think, if you read on the internet, they probably say anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 calories a day is ideal for most people. For women, it's probably 2,000. For men, 2,500. And for women to start really losing weight, it's probably around 15 to 1,800 calories. For men, it's probably less than probably 2,200 calories to lose weight. But here's the thing you need to know. If your diet is 2,000 calories of sugar, you will gain weight, okay? Versus if your diet is 2,000 calories of fat, protein, and carbs that are equal, you'll probably lose a little bit of weight for most people and get healthier. So it really just depends on your macros. But I want to share with you the principle that you need to follow and then how to keep your macros still in balance if you're keto, paleo, or vegan. I'm going to share with you that on this video. But here's the first thing to know. You should eat real food, okay? So I don't care what it is, I don't care if you're counting macros, calories, all this other stuff. The first thing you need to do is eat real whole foods. Apples, blueberries, broccoli, kale, wild-caught salmon, grass-fed beef, walnuts and almonds. Eat real food. That's the first thing you need to know and do. And then the next thing you need to be aware of is you should be getting some fat, some protein, and some carbs daily for most people. Now, if you're going keto, that for a time being doing that sort of diet, or you're maybe trying to do some sort of cleanse for 30 days, hey, maybe it's going to be a little different. But generally for most people, let's say equal amounts of fat, protein, and carbs, or let's say maybe you're going like 40% fat, 30% protein, 30% carbs, or something like that. But hey, if that's the case, then you typically want to do anywhere from 1,500 to probably 3,000 calories a day. But I found that most people, your body will tell you what you need to do. And listen, I almost guarantee you, if you just eat real food and you eat close to equal amounts of macronutrients, you are going to get really, really healthy for most people, all right? You want to keep your portions in mind, okay? So have a plate. Have your protein, have your vegetable, and have either your fat or fruit or carbohydrate, whatever that is, and just have a normal plate. And then stop. What happens a lot of times is we keep grazing and we say, okay, I've had my meat, and then we kind of go to the cupboard, right? And it's what else is in here? And hey, I found some cookies. Oh, hey, I found some chips now. That's what happens with a lot of us. It gets us really off of our, what our calories should be because we keep snacking. What happens is if you eat, then give your body another 15 to 20 minutes to see how full you actually are. Your body does not get full. Your brain doesn't hear that until sometimes 30 minutes after your meal. So, hey, set your stopwatch. You can have a few bites of something, but give your body a full 30 minutes before you do it again. Once you just have your regular meal laid out and you consume that. The next thing you want to consider is consume only nutrient-dense foods. This is what I talked about earlier. Consume foods like wild-caught meat, lots and lots of veggies. That's the other big thing. You should be filling up on vegetables. A big salad, baked vegetables, steamed vegetables with dips like hummus and guacamole. But go really big on your vegetables. Here, an ideal meal looks like for most of us lunch and dinner. Have a nice serving of meat. Maybe it's just 4 ounces, but a small to moderate serving of meat, and then triple vegetables. Load that plate up with vegetables, and that will get you pretty full. That's really the key to getting healthy, is going really big on the vegetables. That will get you really far. And then for breakfast, if you want to do some fruit, do some berries. Berries are more nutrient dense. They're high in fiber, so blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, those are going to be the best when it comes to filling up nutrient-dense foods that don't have those empty calories. Eat slowly. So many times we are rushing, and our brain hasn't had time to say, whoa, you're full yet, so then we keep eating and eating. We eat 2 to 3 times the calories sometimes that we need to. That's a big problem. So again, chew your food, eat slowly, relax while you eat. And last but not least, don't eat out at places like fast food restaurants, okay? Fast food is full of empty calories. It's full of hydrogenated oils. It's full of like 100+ ingredients. And if you went and read the label, you wouldn't recognize half the ingredients. They would say things like blue 42 and yellow 47 and titanium dioxide. Does titanium dioxide and blue 42 sound like an actual food to you? No, but that's what you're getting when you're eating out at these fast food restaurants, or you're going to get your coffee in the morning, you're adding in whipped cream, cream, and sugar, and all of a sudden your frap whatever, a chino thing is turned into a 1,000-calorie milkshake. That's how we do it. That's how we blow past our what should be our daily calorie consumption, is especially when we're going out to eat at coffee places and fast food restaurants. You gotta be really conscious there. And hey, a little bit of organic, clean coffee can be great for so many people, some matcha green tea, but don't ruin it by throwing a bunch of whipped cream in there, okay? There are a certain amount of calories we should be consuming a day, but really, I typically don't recommend people count calories. I recommend you eat 3 meals a day, you eat real food at those meals, and if you do that, you're well on your way to better health.